Harry Jerry, you should be watching me. Thinking back on my college years just seems like a big waste of time. I did not know what major to acquire, and when I finally picked a major, it was a major I realized I wanted no part of as I dove into more courses. That major being political science, the study of power. With this major, I believed that I would be able to take over the world by becoming president of the United States. I figured since George Bush can do it, then so can I. Imagining if I became president, how people would be chanting my name. My ambition was unrealistic and near impossible. Not only did I not have any connections and wealth, but I am Latino. After obtaining my associate's degree in political science, which took me about 5 years by the way, which I am ashamed to admit, that is when reality struck and I knew I was not going to be president or a lawyer or anything related to that field of study. Some financial predicaments led me to drop out of school and start working at a warehouse. What I came to find out by working at a warehouse is that I actually liked the job because I was more of a hands-on type of guy rather than a mental type of worker. As someone approaching their 30s, I want to share with you a path that you can take that will prevent you from making the same mistakes I made after high school. I know I don't have much of an audience for me to be giving anybody any advice, but who knows, I might just help someone who just happens to stumble across this video, and that is good enough for me. Trust me, if you happen to be that lucky person, then you just saved yourself many years of time with this useful info. Just stick around to the very end of the video to find out. Besides, I did obtain an associate degree, so that should give my words some weight. We all know that college is run like a business, and the ones in charge just want to collect a bunch of student debt. There are also a bunch of useless courses like what if Harry Potter is real, how to watch television, and the phallus. These courses are a waste of taxpayer dollars because students are learning things that don't require further learning. Do you really need to know more about Harry Potter in an abstract way? Bloody hell no. Do you need to know more about how irrelevant it is to watch TV nowadays? I think not. Do you really need to know more about the penis in psychological ways? Then the phallus course is the right class for you, weirdo. These courses are nothing more than a waste of time for a place like a college setting where education in your career is at jeopardy. No wonder why education is on the decline because of the tolerance of stupidity in intellectual institutions. Colleges must be more serious in their objective in building someone's career. Getting rid of useless courses is a way, but also getting rid of unnecessary courses pertaining to someone's major. For example, if you want to be an engineer or a computer science major, you don't necessarily need to take a high-level math course, aka the double subject like calculus, in order to get a job for that particular field. People who have gone that career don't find themselves needing to use that knowledge for their work once they receive the diploma and acquire that job. You also don't need a class in economics or biology to be competent to work in a computer science or engineering field. Yet these are some prerequisite courses you must take to advance in these majors. Unless you are studying in the medical field, then it will make sense to take a biology course, and if you are studying in the financial field, then it will make sense for you to take an economic course. What college is doing is trying to find the best man for the job rather than making the best man for that job. The college system is just putting an obstacle in the path of people's success. Like me, for example, I majored in political science. Yeah, I had to take an art class and science classes and physical education class in order for me to fulfill the requirements of my major. These are things that you do in high school, get your GED. Why do I have to repeat these things again in college? This put me down in reaching my major because I was putting effort into things I was not interested in, resulted in me failing those courses, which I had to take again to meet my major requirement, which was a drag. College needs to center its education on what you need to get stronger at rather than things that you don't. Instead of fulfilling a certain number of units to graduate, colleges should just require the specific courses relating to your field of study to be completed to graduate. Example, me being a political science major, the courses could be California politics, international relations, comparative government, and introduction to political science, etc. Everything related to that field of study, right? Now, you're wondering, well, how am I supposed to know which major to take? And that answer is to have a course that teaches you all the different majors rather than having different courses that will take up so much of your time trying to find the right major for you. Also, I believe that in high school, particularly your senior year, there should be programs that should teach you what major you should get before you go to college. This will make the path of your career more obtainable and useful in the long run. Sadly, this is not the case. Alright, enough advice on how the college system should be run, and on to you, the student, the lucky person that is about to turn 18 and go to college. If you start your first semester in college and you struggle to be capable of passing 12 to 15 units, then college is not for you. If you can only get by with 9 units per semester, then college is definitely not for you. Then let's say you're that person that can do 12 to 15 units, no problem, then college is the right place for you. If you are that person that is seeking to do more than 15 units by asking the college administration and records personnel to allow you to take more units, then college is definitely the place for you. This method right here will save you time when it comes to making this decision, either to go to college or start working in a trade. Take it from me, someone that has been in college, I would have loved to use all that time I went to college converting it to do some sort of trade in construction. It would have saved me more money and made me more money, which would have put me in a better spot than where I am today, because I was that guy struggling with 12 to 15 units and not having any time but to study and do homework. There is no pleasant memory of me doing anything in those years that I was in college obtaining my associate degree. I got played by the system so that you don't have to. If your parents are forcing you to go to college after you figure it was not for you, then tell them no, especially if they have not gone to college and don't know how it is in the first place. If they insist, then just lie and find a job or go to trade school and say you are going to college. Just don't be some lazy bum on the computer saying you're taking online courses but you're really playing video games. Trust me, you don't want to waste your early 20s when you're on your prime on some bullshit. Another thing you can do after high school is do the only useful thing you learned to do in high school, which is to be a YouTuber. Let me explain. So doing essays and brainstorming and making an outline, that is what I did to make this YouTube video and the other YouTube videos I made so far. If you happen to make good essays when you were in high school, then I suggest you make some YouTube videos. Who knows, you might just make it big time. Then again, I only have 9 subscribers as of this recording, so who am I to tell you how to be a YouTuber? If you see the video, don't be a fool, you fool, be cool and subscribe.
Alright then, later.